Hey, hi everyone. This is Dilip, and in this video, we are going to talk about how you can basically transition from a software engineer to a senior software engineer role. So, we are going to discuss both aspects about it. Let's suppose you are working in an organization and you wanted to progress your career within the organization, and the other aspect, let's suppose you are wanted to switch to a company different and you are kind of preparing for a senior software. So, how you can do that? So the first thing, like let's suppose you are working for a software engineer, and let's suppose you recently started working or you having a 1 2 years of experience working there. So what are the things that you can do while working? So the first thing that you do is whatever the task is kind of given to you, try to learn the tech stack involving those tasks. And by learning I means a good understanding so that you can write those tech skills in your resume confidently, and you have a good understanding of that particular tech skill. Let's suppose you have learned Java and you're working on some Spring Boot projects, then try to learn all the concepts of a Spring Boot, the aspects oriented programming, or it is a dependency injection that you haven't used in your project currently, but you should have the understanding of that. So these learnings are going to help you in terms of if you are whether fixing a bug for a particular project, or you thought of an initiative, right? So you wanted to discuss that and wanted to include that within your projects, so try to do that. Now coming to the next point, so let's suppose you are kind of working in a team and there are couple of senior software engineers there. Now what you can do is like observe the work that they are doing currently, try to discuss with them what are the different things that they are doing and what are the different kinds of work that they are getting. So try to get involved in those. So getting the work done as a senior software engineer is going to help you to get to that particular role. So basically the companies that I have worked for is gonna have a criteria if you are kind of working for a, let's suppose, a software engineer role, and you're kind of showing the skill set or the type of work that you're doing of a senior software, then they are eventually going to promote you to a senior software role. So this approach is kind of a similar for other companies as well. So try to get the understanding whether from your manager or from your tech leads that what the type of roles that they are doing. Not just limit yourself to the tasks that are kind of assigned to you. Try to understand the stories and the tasks of other people within your sprint or within your projects. So yeah. And apart from that, once you gain the kind of a tech skills and everything, so try to think in terms of initiative within your current project. So let's suppose if a certain kind of a work is taking a 15 to 20 seconds to get completed, try to think or a approach so that you can reduce the time to much smaller, let's suppose 3 second or a 4 second. So this way, if you're gonna think about it and you're gonna discuss with your manager, that kind of shows a curiosity within you, that you are very curious about that particular project. So they're gonna respect that and they're gonna give you a projects, new initiative projects related to that, and that's ultimately gonna boost you. And let's suppose it's kind of a got a fail, that something you propose is completely blunder, then still you are kind of a new engineer to the team, or a software engineer level, and you are I mean it is kind of expected from you that you do the mistake. So nothing's gonna harm you, you're gonna learn from that mistake and you'll eventually become a better engineer. So yeah, apart from that, in terms of learning the current tech stack, I would also suggest try to learn other skills as well, so that can help you later on if within your current organization, if those by doing these things still you are not getting promoted. So try to get a good in DSAs by doing lead code regularly. So these things are going to help you to build a strong data structures and algorithm profile, get good in system design. So these topics are going to help you in terms of your interview preparation. And ultimately, let's suppose uh, even after like a certain years you passed within that organization and you're not getting promoted, so you're gonna start applying using your learnings and other things to a different company, and these things are eventually get help you. So let's suppose if you are kind of a working as a software engineer and you have a experience level of a senior software level, then you can actually give an interview for a senior software role. But of course, during the interview, the screening process will be very crucial. They're gonna ask a lot of things from you, and gonna expect you as a senior software role. So one example that I have to give to you, that let's suppose a DSA problem is given to a software engineer. Now the expectation from him is like whether if he is able to solve that problem or not. Let's suppose say he is kind of a stuck in the middle while solving the problem. Now for a software engineer, the interviewer will gonna provide a hint to him, and if he is able to grasp that hint and able to solve that problem, so that is kind of a sufficient for him to clear that interview. But when you're giving for a senior software engineer interview and a problem is given to you, so it is kind of an expected from you that you get full understanding from the problem by asking the right questions. And in terms of hint, it is not kind of unexpected that a hint should be provided to you. You should solve that problem independently once a problem is given to you, because ultimately when you come to the organization, so when a problem is kind of a given to you, there will be no one to provide a hint to you. Of course there will be people who have the knowledge about it and you can take help from them while working, but in the interview they wanted to check you have an end-to-end understanding of the problem and how you kind of approach it. So I hope you got the difference during the interview, what's the different processes there. Apart from that, there is like I think the person who's kind of taking your interview, the companies usually have a assessment form kind of a thing. So they kind of write like based on that assessment form, they gonna ask the question, and they gonna based on how you perform, they're gonna basically select that option, like whether you have provided a hint. Based on that there will be an option. Whether you didn't provide a hint and the candidate solved the problem independently, they're going to select that option. So based on that assessment form, you are ultimately going to clear the interview, or you are ultimately got rejected from the interview. So be confident about it during your preparation. And yeah, that's all about this video. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. Bye.